Please listen carefully.
Purity of Vengeance is directed by Christoffer Boe and is a Danish film, and I think is the most successful film, Danish film, at least in terms of Danish box office history. So like Sons of Denmark, which also played Fantasia, The Purity of Vengeance is very much concerned with the rise of the alt-right and xenophobia within Danish society. And that's a theme that really seems to be at the center of a lot of contemporary Danish cinema. Now, Sons of Denmark was an imperfect film, but you could really sense a very, if inexperienced, at least talented filmmaker behind the camera. Someone whose career is certainly going to lead to some very interesting places down the line. But with this one, I don't think there's much to salvage except maybe the good intentions. The bad guys are real bad, the good guys are real good, the plot is just substandard, pulpy trash, and at the end, the audience can rejoice. Our multicultural team of heroes has stopped fascism and misogyny forever, and all that in less than 2 hours, so take a knee. This is actually the 4th film in a series of adaptations of a very successful series of Danish novels, and without having read those novels, you can immediately see what those books are trying to be. They're essentially trying to be for Denmark what Millennium was for Sweden, which is to say a kind of trashy, pulpy thriller that's really easy to read, and that confronts the Scandinavian state with their past crimes. In this case, it deals with things like forced sterilization, eugenics, imprisoning young women that were deemed a little too liberal for the state. And at the heart of that, there is an evil secret society that is plotting to reestablish a nation full of pure-blooded, blonde-haired, blue-eyed individuals. So we're clearly faced with the kind of book that's really easy to read. You don't need to pay too much attention. You can read it on the beach. It's easily adaptable as a film, and with a bit of luck, you can even sell it to the Americans and really maximize the profit you make off selling the rights. Now, to be fair, film is actually kind of the perfect breeding ground for these sorts of stories. I mean, Hitchcock knew it better than anybody. Film is a voyeuristic medium, and the Millennium series proves that you can both make a really subpar made-for-TV adaptation, or when you give it to somebody like David Fincher, you can turn it into something that's extremely compelling, really well put together, and a story that really utilizes filmmaking's strength to its full potential. However, with this, we're bordering far more on the side of almost a made-for-TV French series, the kind that plays in the afternoon that your grandmother watches while she's ironing. And, you know, Hitchcock and Fincher are a fair ways away. Everything in this film is so competent but completely soulless that it's bordering on unwatchable. I mean, even in terms of the look of the film, clearly the director of photography knows how to shoot a film and everything is the way it's supposed to be. However, there's absolutely no atmosphere, and the film in its imagery isn't telling us anything. It's just shot the way you shoot TV, which is to say it's very forgettable and serviceable and competent. And everything in the film operates like this, where it's completely technically appropriate and serviceable, but there's absolutely no artistry behind it. So as always, thanks very much for watching the video. Please be sure to hit the like button if you like the review, subscribe if you're new, and until next time, see ya!